Today we are going to continue our lesson learning about solving ratio problems. But I wanted to show you a tool that we can use that's called a ratio table to help us. So even though these aren't word problems, we can use this to help us learn how to use ratio tables. So we would assume that this was the ratio that we were given right here. Let's just pretend like this might have been something about the number of students in a class. Maybe there were 2 out of 4 that were girls in a class, which would be the same as 1/2. So I'm going to show you how to use a table to help you solve problems. So you can see that we can treat it like it's a fraction. So if this number changes to 8, that's times 2. So this number has to do the same thing. So this would be 4 out of 8. And I'm going to erase my work. Okay, right here we have a 6. So we might just pretend like this isn't on here right now and just go from here to here. So 2 times 3 is 6. So we have to do the same thing here. We have to say times 3. So that would be 12. Or you may just recognize, if you know that this simplifies to 1/2, you know that this would now be 20 right here. But I'm still going to show you another way to do it. Again, if 2, our original rate went all the way to 10, that's like multiplying by 5. So we're going to take this number and multiply by 5. Okay. I'm going to erase some of my work and show you something else that's cool about a rate table. Once you have your rate table filled in, you may have already noticed this, but if you add together these 2 rates right here, 2 plus 4, you get 6, in the same way that 4 plus 8 equals 12. So that can help us when we start doing some of our problems on another worksheet that we have. When you get ready to fill them in, you may notice some things where you can combine your rates to find a new rate. So that's what I wanted to show you here. All right, let's go to number 2. And here's the rate that you were given. 3 out of 21, or 3 over 21, if you want to think of this as a fraction. And we have several to fill in, and I'm thinking that it might be easiest to fill in this one first. Since I know this bottom number is 21, and I'm trying to change it to a 7, I know that if I divide by 3, if I take 21 and I divide it by 3, I get 7. So I need to do the same thing to this number. I need to take 3 and divide it by 3, and when I do, I get the number 1. So we've simplified our rate to 1 out of 7, and now that can help us solve the rest of our problems, because I'm going to move my messy work. Now it's real easy to see if 7 is changed to 14. That's like multiplying by 2. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. And then I can solve this rate right here. And if this number is 28, you can look right here and say, which one of these numbers could help me get 28? Well, I know 14 times 2 is 28. So I could do 2 times 2, and I know I would put a 4 right there. But you also may see that if you know that 7 times 4 is 28, then you could do 1 times 4. But you may also recognize the pattern here that you're basically counting by 7s in order. So you would count 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this one right here. Number 3, if you want to pause the video and see if you can solve it, you may quickly see that you were given several rates. So you can simplify them. You could use, since you're trying to find this rate and you have a 10 right here, I could say 5 times 2 is 10. So I could do it this way and say 8 times 2 is 16, and I have it filled in. Or you may see this 30 right here and say, if I divide 30 by 3, I get 10. So I'm going to take 48 and divide it by 3, and I would get 16. So however you see it would be the best way to solve it for you. Okay, right here we're given a rate of 2 and 5. That's our rate, 2 out of 5, or 2 for every 2 we have 5. And you can see that when they change 2 to 3, that we would multiply by 3. 2 to 6, we would multiply by 3 to get that answer. To fill in this one, if 2 changes to 8, that's multiplying by 4. So I'm going to do the same thing to this number. If this number goes up times 4, then this number down here has to go up times 4. And then you probably could fill in the bottom one. 2 times 5 is 10. So 5 times 5 is 25. But another way, let's just make sure you see this. Another way to see this is these two numbers right here combined give you 10. So that means these two numbers combined should give you 25, because 5 plus 20 is 25, 2 plus 8 is 10. So that's another way to check to see that you're doing it correctly. All right, this box, here is the rate we were given. And it looks like we're going to be simplifying it. So we might not be able to fill this one in yet. We might have to figure out, I have a 27. I know a way to divide to get to that number, and I know a way to divide to get to that number. So we're always going to use multiplication or division to help us fill in our new rates or ratios. So I could say, I think I'm going to start with the first box. So I know that 27 divided by 9 would give me this number 3 right here. And I know that 36 divided by 9 is 4. So I have that one filled in. All right, and I'm going to clean up my work so that it's not in your way. All right. Now, we could fill in this rate using the one right here, because I know that 3 times 3 equals 9, so 4 times 3 is 12. And I have that one done. And then I see a relationship right here. 3 times 7 is 21, so I'm going to do the same thing right here and say 4 times 7 is 28. And then you have that box completed. So if you will complete the rest of these on your own, and I will look in your OneNote to check your work.